Hey y'all, I am making some chicken and rice soup, and there's somebody in my family that's not feeling well, and it has always been a tradition in our family that if you don't feel well, you need chicken and rice soup. My grandmama used to make this for me when I was little. Anytime I was sick or when I wasn't feeling well, she always showed up with a pot of her delicious chicken and rice soup. So the tradition has carried on for many, many years. So today what I have done so far is boiled some eggs and chicken at the same time. Of course, the eggs didn't take as long in the pot on the stove. And now I'm a visual person, so I like to show things. This is the spider strainer. So I'm going to take the chicken out. Let me get a couple pieces. And I'm going to shred the chicken up. My daughters love this all the time, and they prefer it with without the chicken. They just like the rice and the eggs and the chicken broth. So you can see that bowl is steaming up. And what I wanted to show you was the salad choppers. Even though they're called salad choppers, mine see more meat than they do greens and vegetables. So you can cut slices. I'm trying to show you some slices. Or you can shred it as much as you want. So if you're doing like shredded fajitas or something for tacos, you can shred your meat, or you can leave it in bite-sized chunks. I love using the salad choppers, mainly because I did not have to wait for these chicken thighs to cool before I could get my hands on them to try to cut them up. So I like mine in the chicken and rice soup more shredded than I do just sliced. Some slices I leave big and some slices I shred. So that is the salad choppers. Okay, I'm gonna move my chicken out of the way. The other thing in our chicken and rice soup is eggs. So I like to use the egg slicer, and I've got one egg on here already so you can see the slices, but I like it smaller size slices. If I was doing a salad, these big slices like this would be wonderful, but in the soup I like to have smaller slices. So I've sliced it once, and I take it and I put it back in there in the opposite direction, and then I just slice it again. So that's going to give me, I'm going to dump it in that bowl. I'll dump the next one on the little mat so you can see it. That gives me little slices. So again, my grandchildren love to use this. You put your egg, mushrooms, strawberries, kiwi, any type of soft fruit or vegetable, and you just push it down, and you can see those slices. So then I'm going to just lift it up, turn it in the opposite direction, and slice it again. And this time, I'll put it on the mat so you can see all the different slices. So see how it cut it up more in little bite-sized slices. So take the flexible cutting mat and dump those in. Now I'll finish cutting the rest of my eggs, or slicing the rest of my eggs when we're done. But the other thing that I have done is I took a 3-quart micro cooker, and it will make the best rice you could ever ask for. No water boils over. I've already taken that second lid off, but it comes with a 2-part lid, one that prevents it from boiling over. Y'all look at that rice. So in the rice goes. I can do it without splashing. I cannot wait to take this to my daughter is one, and then I have a friend that's not feeling well. Sore throat, these old summer colds can get all of us down sometimes. But chicken broth is just good for the soul. It's good for anything. Okay, so now I will put my chicken back in, and I'll put this lid on and just let this sit for a little while and let all this delicious flavor come together. I used thighs instead of chicken breast because they just give you much more broth. And I did add 1 extra can of chicken broth in there. So chicken soup, y'all let me know if you make chicken and rice soup And if you put eggs in yours, I'll tip this down a little bit so you can see it better. It looks like a lot of juice, but the broth is good for you, and as it sits, that rice is going to soak up a lot of that broth, and sometimes after it sits, I will even add a little more chicken broth if I need to. But it looks like I've got a good amount going on in here, and I will put a little bit of salt and pepper. I did salt my chicken when I was boiling it, and the chicken broth, if I add some in the can, it's going to have some extra broth in it too. So I just wanted to show you the spider strainer and also the egg slicer, and share this recipe. If you've never made this, if you're from the South, you've made it, or you have eaten it if you haven't made it. So if you have not made it, I hope you will try it. It's just delicious. And thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.